Now, if I'm lactose intolerant, would the fermented dairy help me?
There are a lot of people that are lactose intolerant, and that happens because they do not have the sufficient enzyme that is needed to actually process the sugar in milk that we call lactose. But that is not a very big problem. We are always saying, make sure that you add a bit of dairy into your diet. So the fact that you are lactose intolerant does not mean that you must exclude dairy from your diet. For someone that is lactose intolerant, what are the signs? Somebody may say, I feel gassy, sometimes I feel a bit of pain in my stomach. There's many other signs. Now, what must you do? Because we do not want to exclude dairy in our diet. We've got 4 things that we can actually advise you to do. The first one is to say, sip it. Take your dairy, let's say your glass of milk, and you just sip it little by little. In that way, you will not react like you would normally do if you were taking a full glass of milk. A second way that you can make sure that you take dairy is to actually make sure that you spoon it, meaning that you eat the dairy that you eat with a spoon. What are we talking about? We're talking about amasi. We are talking about yogurt, because the lactose is already processed, so your body does not have to do so much in processing the sugar in milk that occurs naturally in milk. Another thing that you can do is to stir it.
Stir it, okay.
This means add your dairy to other foods. Let's say you take your amasi and you mix it with pap, or you take your milk and you have it with bread. Another way you can enjoy your dairy is to slice it. Now, what do we mean by this? We mean that you can enjoy your dairy by having cheese, because you know what? Cheese has no lactose. So you can basically take your 2 slices of cheese or your grated cheese and enjoy a sandwich. In that way, you're getting all the nutrients benefits of dairy without having to experience the symptoms that are related to lactose intolerance. And lastly, we say try it. Because, for example, if you go to the shops, you will find that there is lactose-free milk. So that might treat you way better than the other types of dairy that have lactose. And then very, very importantly, full cream milk is always better tolerated than the lower fat format milk. Rather try to have a full cream milk instead of, for example, saying having low fat milk.
Well, I'm definitely going to remember this now, because you said to me, first of all, I must stir it. I must sip it. I must spoon it. And I must slice it. And if that doesn't work, I go and buy lactose-free milk.
Yes, absolutely.